Pay attention to how people treat you, okay? Get in here, get in here, get in here, okay? We're going to have a quick little story time about a situation where this woman was very rude to me and Marco, okay? Some of y'all gonna get it. Some of y'all can go over y'all head, but some of y'all gonna get it, okay? Get in here, get in here, get in here right now, okay, baby? Okay, first of all, you got to know you fabulous. I need lotion on my hands. Where are my lotions? Okay, you got to know you fabulous, okay? You got to know you are everything and more, okay? Click like and click share on this, okay? Because if you don't, people will try you, and when they try you, you will believe that your value is what they see in you rather than you knowing that your value is what you know about yourself, okay? So get this, okay? With my ashy hands, okay? So, I'm not going to give no places, no names, and no times, all right? But I will say this. Me and Marco was out to dinner, okay? And so we're out to dinner at a little thing, whatever. I'm not going to say why, I'm not going to say where, but we're out to dinner. It was a private situation, okay? Very, very influential people. I'll say it, all right? Very influential people. Very influential people. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else. Nothing else. So anyway, so we go into this thing. I brought Marco with me, right? Because as a parent, I want him to be exposed to all the goodness, all the lessons, and all the relationships that I benefit from. 'Cause at the end of the day, my legacy should not just be the clothes in his closet or what kind of car he has. My legacy should be that I empowered him to be able to create businesses for himself. That's how I believe as a parent. That's what I believe. Legacy is about what you teach, not always just about what you gave. So long story short, I brought him with me, okay? He said, what should I wear before we came? I said, wear what makes you comfortable. He said, what are you going to wear? I said, whatever makes me comfortable. I'm not a suit and tie kind of person. I said, some people may be in suit and ties at this event, but I'm not going to be in no suit and tie. I'm going to wear what makes me comfortable. So Marco wore this nice, it was a nice, Fendi sweater. I think it was Fendi. He wore some nice pants and some nice, off-white, rest in peace, Virgil Abloh, shoes or something like that, right? Outfit, done. And you know I was done. I mean, just look at all this glitter and gold, okay, baby? So anyway, he was done. He was looking good. Now, I will say this. For certain people, y'all know what I mean? Certain people, they would see a young man like Marco and see him dressed in urban attire and think that, that ain't nothing and that he ain't nothing. Meanwhile, his outfit costs probably more than some of their mortgage payments, okay? That's his business. He sells insurance. He can do what he want to do with his money. You see what I'm saying? So long story short, y'all, listen, okay? So we go in there, right? I come in, and everybody was real cool. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Blah, 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 right? I'm like, I'm good. This is Marco, my nephew's son, blase, blah, right? He's on our team, one of our top sellers, but he actually is the top seller currently. He's doing very well, boo, 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 boo. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the woman comes out. She was basically the host of the evening. She comes out, and when she came out, I could feel it on her spirit, right? Now, let's just call a thing a thing, okay? We were the only ones in there. Y'all know what I mean? We was the only ones in there. I'm used to that, okay? And I don't limit myself to spaces where everybody looks like me. I put myself in spaces where people think like me. And sometimes it's going to put you in space where people look like you, and then sometimes it's going to put you in space where people don't look like you. I'm not limiting what I do. You see what I'm saying? The color that matters in business is green, okay? So never limit who you work with or who you put yourself around, okay? But there's certain realities that come with this world when you're the only one in the room. So I came in, and so I'm recognizing we're the only one. Everybody else is so kind. What do you do? Blase, blase, whoop, whoop, boo. And so then she comes buzzing in a little bit later on, and Marco was sitting beside me. So as soon as she came in, I said, Houston, we have a problem. Let me tell you this, okay? There's a lesson in what I'm about to teach all about. Pay attention to the microaggressions. And by microaggressions, what I mean is pay attention to the small things that people do that have a big impact. The small things that people do that let you know that they don't respect you and feel that you should have a seat at the table. Anyway, I got more for you. So then she comes in swarming in. Okay, and I'm really excited because my new Beverly Hills collection just come out. If you haven't gotten your Beverly Hills box set, go to www.mjharrisathome.com. That's mjharrisathome.com. You get the candle, the soap, and everything like that. I'm excited. We had a whole lot of great things happening going on. So anyway, I'm feeling good. She come buzzing in. Okay, she come buzzing in, and then when she comes in, she's up here she sits down. It's like, hi. Nice to see everyone here. Hi. Nice to see everyone here. And she looks directly at Marco and says, I'm sorry, who is he? As if he's not a human being to talk directly to. Who is he? The other people in the room got quiet. Baby, mother doesn't get quiet. Mother gets activated. So I set up, honey. My bosoms came to the sky, honey. You know how it is when you about to protect your cubs, honey. Your bosoms come up. Honey, I'll levitate off that couch. I said, this is Marco. This is Marco, my nephew's son. Yeah. He's within our company, so I thought it was appropriate to bring him tonight to the dinner. I know this is a meeting of business professionals. He, too, is a business professional. She then says, how old are you? To him. I was going to pounce, but I'm going to let him answer. He very nicely, with his blonde hair and his nice urban attire, says, I'm 19. So eloquent. I was so proud. He says, I'm 19, right? And she's like, wow. So one of the other women in the room tried to kind of nicely get the girl together. She says, well, hopefully we won't be asking everyone's age tonight. It was her delicate way of saying, girl, come on now. So anyway, then she goes on further. And what is it that you exactly do? Right? And he's like, I work within the insurance industry. Yeah, I sell life insurance, blah, blah. Oh, wow. Tell me more about that. As if it's the Spanish Inquisition. She's pelting him question after question after question in a way that she's not asking anyone else questions. Everybody else can say what they do. I own this, I do that. You went to them and you kept it moving. All right. But she wasn't trying to keep it moving. So she goes on and asks him more and more questions. Right. Again, I'm going to let him handle it because I can't equip my young king to navigate the world that he will be operating within if I'm here to protect him at every corner. I'm here to stand beside him and sit beside him in case somebody wanted to really get jiggy with it and come out the side of their neck. Then I can come in and pounce. But I'm not going to do that because it's not a confrontational moment. And some of them do that to you. They want confrontation. So they ask things in such a, pay attention to this because some of y'all get caught up on your jobs with this kind of stuff. People will come at you in a way that seems nice, but it's really passive aggressive because they want you to respond. Can I get an amen and a like and share with this? Share this. They want you to respond aggressively so they can say, why are you so aggressive? I just asked a question. They know what they're doing. Don't ever think they don't know what they're doing when they do that kind of stuff. Okay? So, long story short, all right, somebody said the other day, they said, I don't like when you pop. Get off of my doggone page if you don't like when I pop. It's a part of the story, honey. So anyway, so we're all sitting there. So she's asking him all these questions. She gets to me, and what do you do? So I said, well, I own some financial services companies and I'm in the products industry too. I just had come out with, my new MJ Harris box set, my Beverly Hills collection, which you can get at www.mjharrisathome.com. I'll put the link directly above or below this video. See, I was talking about what I did. One of my colleagues was in the room and the colleague says, oh, MJ's being so humble. He really is quite a dynamic personality. He has an audience of millions of people who watch him. So she's pushing it further. I don't go into all that when I'm talking. So I said, yeah, I do that too. Oh, wow. Tell me more. Now she's acting interested in me, right? Because now she realized people, it's amazing how people become blind to certain things that they were paying attention to before once they smell a little cheddar. And so I was like, yeah, that's what I do. But I'm keeping it real cute and cool or whatever. So she's treating me noticeably different. Because with him, he's nice. He's young, but I get it. He look a little urban compared to what I'm wearing. Or, you know what I'm saying? I get it. But it ain't right, but I get it. But for me, you hear dollar signs. Okay. Okay, I get it. Because they think we're stupid, like we don't know that. Okay. So then they say, okay, now we're going to sit down and have our dinner time, right? So everybody goes to the dinner table, right? It was supposed to be a nice little thing. So we get to the dinner table, girls, listen. So we get to the dinner table, right? When we get to the dinner table, now Marco said his name. So she goes around in a circle. She says, okay, everyone, I just want y'all to, just trying to run the show. Everybody, say again what it is that you all do and what do your businesses do, right? So each person's going around. They started with me and they go to each person. We get to Marco. She says, she skips him immediately, didn't even acknowledge him, goes to the next person. And what about you? Now, fortunately, one of the other people in the room, I will say this, okay? Because this is not about saying one group is better than the other, because everybody in that room, none of them look like us, but they were all very kind, very nice people, because multiple people in the room said, hold on, you didn't go to him yet. And she's like, oh, well, he's just here with him. And then so they said, no, but he's still here. You should actually ask him what he does, right? And so she says, okay, Marcus. Now, Marco, it's a very simple name, okay? Okay, Marcus. What do you do? And so then one of the other people in the room corrects her. His name is Marco. Marco didn't have to correct himself. Correct her. His name is Marco. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What is it that you do? Tell us about yourself. So he starts going on, well, as I mentioned earlier, I work with my uncle. We're in the life insurance industry. Our family business does X, Y, Z, A, B, C, blase, 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 blah, because it is that a family business at the end of the day. And so we do this, we do that, we do the third. All right. Right, so he's going on and on talking. Mother is sitting so proud. I'm sitting there, honey. I'm just like, And meanwhile, I'm looking at her at the corner of my eye, like, if you try him. So she goes even deeper. Well, I don't understand. Tell me. So help me understand this. What kind of life insurance products do you sell? He said, we sell this. Well, I don't like that type of product. How do you feel that's the best product? She starts quizzing him about what he does even further, trying to undermine his intelligence. I don't know. Why would you sell that product as opposed to this? And she didn't do that to nobody else. So then at that point in time, I jumped in and I said, well, as the founder and CEO of the company that he sells for, I'll tell you that we offer a broad-based approach to life insurance. And I would say almost agnostic even, meaning that we don't really have a preference around what type of product is this one or that. We don't have a preference or a bias. Our bias is towards whatever product is best for the client. And as our top seller on our team, Marco really does a great job at evaluating clients' needs, which is what allows him to have clients who refer him business and they keep on coming back for more. It was my way of saying, bitch. That was my way of doing it. So anyway, because I know how to get them together. Anyway. And so she keeps on going. So they start talking about other stuff. They started talking about mergers, acquisitions, and all sorts of stuff. This was big money in the room. Somebody at the table had talked about doing a business deal that was almost $200 million. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is big money in the room, okay? And I'm like, I need to be in this room. I put myself in whatever room. So then they're talking about one thing, and then they talked about this is when she tried to come for me. Then they said, well, we're working on a blah, 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 blah deal. That's what one of the guests says. She then looks at me and says, do you know what that is? Baby! I almost lit up like my candle. I almost lit up. She looked at me, she says, do you know what that means? Right? And I said to her, I said, I think I've heard of that before. No, I'm just asking. And so it goes on further. They're talking business. I'm just nodding because I don't need to run my mouth to prove what I know. I know what I know. And so they're talking. I'm like, I wasn't throwing it because I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. Okay. These people in this room, they richer than me, baby, which means I need to learn from them. Okay. Mother doesn't have an ego. I'm here to learn. And so I'm like, But my silence does not mean ignorance or stupidity. It simply means I'm here to learn. My silence is a reflection of my intelligence. You see what I'm saying? So then goes on further. Sis says to me again. So they're talking about this. They're talking about some kind of equity trades or something like that. Do you know what that means? She says to me again. As if she's here to educate me. I said, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I said, but I previously owned a wealth management firm. I sold it. I said, so I did the Series 7 and I also did the Series 66. Do you know what that is? Those are 2 licenses for selling stocks and doing financial advising. I'm not active in that area, but I did sell that business a couple of years ago. I said, so I'm pretty well versed on what equity means. But what were you saying down there? To go on. So they going on, right? I got it together real fast. Other people at the table, I could see this one girl who's sitting across from me. She was like, okay. I'm like, yes, girl. So anyway, it goes on and on and on again. Goes on further, right? Gets around to Marco again. Marco tries to throw in something to the conversation. Marcus, what did you say? She keeps on calling him Marcus. They correct her again. Okay? It got further and further downhill, honey. By the time dessert was coming, honey, I'm looking at my watch waiting to leave. Let me tell you one thing, okay? The reason why I sat through it all was because of the fact that I wanted Marco to experience it. I wanted him to experience being in the room and in the presence of other knowledgeable people, but I also wanted him to see firsthand how me, as his mentor, as his parental figure, how I, as a business leader, how I deal with that. This is the lesson for y'all. Every room that you get into and every table that you sit at, they may not want you sitting at that table, but that's not your problem. Some people there may treat you poorly. Don't focus on them. Focus on the other people at that table. Do you not know that after that meeting, I had multiple people who sat at that same table reach out to me. Hey, I'd love to have coffee with you. Hey, I'd love to learn about your business. Money will be made. I guarantee you that. But if I focus my whole experience on how that woman treated me and I left there or I refused to sit at the table because of how people like her treat me, because I've been treated this way many times before. many times before, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I want to encourage you in this particular way to tell you this right now. There are many tables that you're going to have to sit at where they're not going to want you there. There are going to be many places and spaces within your life and within your world where you're going to want to grow. You're going to want to do more. You're going to have more. You're going to want to be more. And that means you're going to have to be around people who don't want you there and don't believe that you're entitled to it because of the color of your skin, because of your gender, because of your sexual orientation, because of your physical abilities. They're going to feel that way. It's not your problem. Today, I own one of America's largest African-American owned, I'm going to say it again, one of America's largest African-American owned financial services companies, OmniBay. You don't know about me? Look me up. I'll put the link above or below this video, okay? We help people learn the life insurance industry. We help people get life insurance, okay? I'll put the link directly above or below this video. In fact, write this in here. If you want to join my team, go to www.iwanttosellinsurance.com. Right then and here so they can click it. If you want life insurance, go to www.iwantlifeinsurance.com. I own those domains. iwanttosellinsurance.com, iwantlifeinsurance.com. My point is this, okay? Listen to me very closely, okay? Don't you ever allow anyone's discomfort with you sitting at the table to keep you from it. If you got to be the only one at the table, you sit proud, you don't argue, you don't go back and forth. You know that you're entitled to that spot because you got breath in your body. And just because somebody don't want you there does not mean you can't sit there. Okay? So to that woman who treated me unfairly, I'm sure that she'll say, oh, I didn't mean it that way. It wasn't really that way. Girl, you're not the first or the last person I've ever dealt with who treat me that way. People always like to act like they brand new, like they the first person to treat you that way. Meanwhile, I notice that you treat everybody else noticeably different than how you treated me. That's okay. I know how to walk through the world as Malcolm Jamal Harris, okay? I know how to walk through the world as me. I've been me for a very long time, okay? But I can say this right now, what you did was you empowered me and you empowered my nephew's son to know that we can sit in those spaces and still benefit when other people treat us like we're not entitled to be there because we know we're entitled to be there. Click like and click share, and I'll include my links directly above and below this video. Bye, y'all.